let's take a few breaths together. Exhale first, let it all out. And take a deep breath in. And let it go. Another deep breath. And let it go. One more deep breath. And let go. So I've been off for the last month on a bit of a sabbatical. Because about a month ago, Spirit sort of whacked me across the side of the head and said, stop everything. Take time, get still, and listen. And so I did that. I thought I was taking time to process all the things I'd been going through. And what I realized is that I was invited to take time to get still, to get ready. Because there is a whole new story unfolding in front of all of us right now. And I'll start with this. I wish it had not happened in my time, said Frodo. So do I, said Gandalf. And so do all who live to see such times. But that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that we are given. We don't get to choose what the road that's in front of us. We don't get to choose what comes our direction. We don't get to choose what shows up in front of us. But we do have the choice to decide what we do and who we are going to be when those obstacles and those things show up in our path. This is a really interesting time to be a minister. I took my ministerial exams in March of 2020, and I knew something was up. And here we go. For such a time as this, right? I have been placed here, you have been placed here, we have gathered together, we have been building community for such a time as this. Because what I know is that what we teach in this place is that there is a power in this universe that is greater than any circumstance. That there is a power that lives within us that is greater than any power that could possibly come from outside of us. And that the only way we remember to tap in and to remember the truth of who we are is that we do it together. It has always been the truth that no one of us can thrive alone, but it's really the truth now. We need each other. We need each other more than we've ever needed each other before. Because I don't know about you, but I feel a lot of fear. I feel a lot of anger. I feel a lot of betrayal at the choices that our nation is making. I feel betrayed by people who tell me that they love me, who would choose a government, who would choose people who are clearly saying that they would rather I not have a voice. And I'm not going to stand for that. And I know none of us are going to stand for that. Because what I know is that we are a people who believe in the power of love. That we are a people who believe in the power of truth. We are a people who believe that the arc of the universe is long, but it does bend towards justice. And that justice only comes about when we choose it. It only comes about when we are the activity of that love, when we are the activity of that higher choice, when we become the activity of the healing love of God. And there may be great trials and storms in front of us in the days to come, but the thing I want to tell you, my friends, is that we cannot let the hope that lives within us die. We cannot let the love be overcome by hate. We cannot let the fear be, we cannot let any of that overcome us. Regardless of what comes our way, there is a power that is within us that is waiting to be activated. And I have told you time and time again that everything that comes your way is an invitation. Everything that comes your way is an invitation. And what you do with that invitation is up to you. But I see that the invitation has come for each one of us to stand up, to become fiercer, louder, prouder, more in love, more vocal, more for justice than we've ever been before. I believe in the power of love. I believe in the power of our collective consciousness to heal. I have seen cancer disappear in the human body at the power of prayer. I have seen relationships be healed by the power of love. I have seen miracles. And what I know is that if the power of prayer and collective consciousness can heal dis-ease in the body, it can heal the dis-ease in the mind and in the heart. Because what we are witnessing is an epidemic, a pandemic, if you will, an infection in the mind of the human consciousness that has told us that hate is more powerful than love, that greed is more powerful than connection, that whatever it is that we're seeing is more powerful than the thing that we know is truly more powerful than anything at all. And that power is love. And I want to invite us, my friends, to rise like we have never risen before. We've called this year, our theme 2025 across Centers for Spiritual Living, this is our year of grand rising. We have been calling a grand rising forward, an invitation for all of us to rise up to become something greater than we've ever been before. That invitation did not stop on Tuesday. Okay? We are being called to a grand rising. And so my talk title today is, And Still We Rise. And still we rise. The invitation did not get smaller. The invitation got bigger. Can you feel that? Can you feel that whatever it is you're afraid of losing is what you love? Can you feel whatever fear or anger or whatever's going on inside of you? It's been activated because the things that you love feel like they're being threatened. So let us rise with the power and the love of a mother or a father who is going to protect their children. Because each one of us has to protect the future. We have to protect the dream. We have to protect the vision of a world that works for everyone, that we have been cycling around and visioning for and creating and coming together and activating week after week after week after week. The vision is still out there. It's still possible. It just means we have to believe it a little bit more. We have to be willing to act it out, to become it. To be willing to be louder and prouder and a little more fierce and fabulous than we've ever been before. Because that's what I'm going to do. As a very vocal, very queer, very fabulous person, I'm telling you that what I'm going to do in the months to come is get fiercer, prouder, louder, and more fabulous. And I'm going to invite you to come along. Because the power of pride, the power of love, the power of connection is greater than anything that's coming at us, my friends. And I don't know how long this turn in our story is. 4 years. One chapter of it. Have any of you ever walked a labyrinth before? Yeah, many of us. So depending on the style of labyrinth that you've walked, there's this experience of walking a labyrinth, right? Where you're walking on the twisting and turning road that you think is going towards the middle. And my favorite part of the labyrinth, in a certain model of labyrinth, is when you're walking and you're like, oh my God, am I done with this spiritual practice thing yet? And you see the center, and it's like right there, and you feel like we got this. I'm almost at the middle. And then suddenly the labyrinth makes a left-hand turn, and you go all the way around the outside before you come back to the place where you can see the center again, and it's right in front of you. Right? And I feel like Maybe some of us, just over a week ago, thought we were right at that center point. Like, we got this. We got this dream. We're on it. We're moving towards it. And suddenly, whoosh, that big, long outer turn is what's required. For whatever reason, it's what's required for us. It's required for us to wake up. It is time to wake up, my friends. Many of us have been sleepwalking. Many of us have been thinking someone else is going to do it. Someone's going to come back and save us. Tell you, if I believed in Jesus or the aliens, I wish they would come back and save us right about now. But I don't think they're coming. But guess what? We're here. We're here. What if we are the ones we've been waiting for? What if we really, truly are the ones that we have been waiting for? And one of the things that I love that Thich Nhat Hanh says, that Deepak Chopra says, that many others have said, is that the next avatar, the next Buddha, the next Christ, the next Savior, the next is not going to be an individual. It's going to be a community. It's going to be a community who's so grounded in love, who's so grounded in faith, who's so grounded in connection, that's so grounded in the belief and possibility that that community comes together and becomes a place of activation, becomes a place of healing, becomes a place of revealing what is possible. And I don't know what's coming in the next couple years in the road ahead for our nation and for our world, but what I do know is that what we can build right here in this building, on this little square plot of land here in Santa Cruz, we can build beloved community. We can build a community of people who are activated, who believe in a dream, who believe in what's possible, who stand for justice, who hold each other as we cry. Right? Thank you, Heather, for tending the spark. We will care for each other as the world around us unravels, and we will tend to the spark of hope that lives within our grieving hearts. Yes. Right? So there is a spark of hope, there is a spark of love, there is a spark of vision that lives within each and every one of us. And I want you to hold this vision in your mind. I'm giving each one of you a candle right now. And it's already lit. You have your hope, you have your dream, you have your spark of love. I don't care, come hell or high water, come hurricane or flood, do not let that candle go out. No matter what comes our way, we keep our hearts open. We believe in the power of love and possibility. And we allow any fear that comes our way to awaken our passion, to light us up, to turn us on, to remind us of just how powerful we are. Yeah. My teacher, Jean Houston, has often recited a poem at the end of many of her talks and seminars. And it's written by Christopher Fry, and it's called The Sleep of Prisoners. And it goes like this. The human heart may go to the lengths of God. Dark and cold we may be, but this is no winter now. The frozen misery of centuries breaks. It cracks. It begins to move. So the thunder is the thunder of flows, the thaw, the flood, the upstart spring. Thank God our time is now when wrong rises up to meet us everywhere, never to leave us till we take the longest stride of soul folk ever took. Because affairs are now soul-sized, and the enterprise is exploration into God. Where are you making for? It takes so many 1,000 years to wake, but will we wake for pity's sake? So take a deep breath in. Close your eyes before we go into prayer. I'm going to sing you a little something, and then we'll anchor this a little deeper. This is a little song that was written by a friend of mine many years ago. Her name is Shiloh. Take a deep breath with me. Where there's fear, there is power. Passion is the healer. Desire cracks open the gate. When you're ready, it'll take you through. And nothing lasts forever. Time is the destroyer. The wheel turns again and again. Watch out, it'll take you through. And nothing dies forever. Nature is the renewer. The wheel turns again and again. When you're ready, it'll take you through. Where there's fear, there is power. Passion is the healer. Desire cracks open the gate. When you're ready, it'll take you through. And nothing lasts forever. Time is the destroyer. The wheel turns again and again. Watch out, it'll take you through. And nothing dies forever. Nature is the renewer. The wheel turns again and again. When you're ready, it'll take you through. And so take a deep breath. And remember that where there is fear, there is power. And remember that the one power is the one life, the one presence, the one being that I call God, because what I know is that this one seamless presence is living and breathing in, through, and as everyone, everything, everywhen, everywhere, all the time, no exceptions, that the entirety of the universe is the activity of God. And I know that in God, in that divine mind, in that infinite potential, there is a power for good that is greater than all things. And that power for good is at work in this universe. It is the very nature that causes the universe to expand, to continue to become more of itself. But it is that same nature that acts as gravity and as love and draws all things towards the center. So let us remember that there is a power that is greater than we are, that is at work in the universe, and it can be at work through each one of us. It is breathing our bodies. It is animating us already. Let us open. Let us get out of the way. Let's wake up. Let's stand up, and each one of us be a force for good in this world. Because we can activate the vision. We can activate the dream. We can activate a world that works for everyone, but we're going to activate it right here, in this place, in each one of our hearts, in each one of our minds, as we remain open to love. It is a great act of courage to keep our hearts open right now. It is a great act of courage to believe in the possible. It is a great act of courage to hold that candle of hope and to not let it die. And so, my friends, let us breathe. And let us remember that we are being breathed. Let us remember that the power that creates worlds, the power that shines the sun, the power that churns in the hot magma in the center of this planet that keeps all things churning, that same power lives and breathes as me, as you, as each one of us, and that we are powerful creators, and that the future is in our hands, and that we get to choose something better. So let's hold on to a dream, let's hold on to a vision, let's hold on to the love and remember the truth of who we are. So that every day, each one of us becomes the voice of the possible, becomes the eyes that can see a way forward, that becomes the heart that is capable of healing and holding all, seeing no other, and inviting the love to hold us, to heal us, and to lift us up. So breathe again and let go. Remember who you are. Remember whose you are. Remember what power courses through you. And let it out. And so it is.